Hi people! I'm wearing this fluffy sweatshirt because it's very cold here. Yeah, it's winter. Here I am. I'm going to make a review about the book Fangirl. I just finished reading it and I'm completely in love with this book. This book it's like it kind of reminds me of a movie called Amélie. I don't know if you remember this book. It was by a French director. And everyone that saw this movie told me that it was like nothing was happening. It was like you were following the life of a person for like a couple of days or something like that. And this book kind of reminded me a lot of it because I felt like I was just living there with these people. I was seeing their life, how they went through it, or how they lived those moments that are in the book. This book begins with two twin sisters that are Kath and Ren, and they have spent all of their lives together, and suddenly Ren wants to be apart from her sister. She wants to go through college on her own. She wants her own room, she wants to meet new people, she wants to live new situations, and that kind of leaves Kath like feeling left behind. Like she is a table that's missing a leg. And at the beginning of the book, you're like, okay, you're sisters, but what's the big deal? I mean, you should also go meet new people and enjoy this new world, live this new opportunity you have. But as the book progresses and you know more and more, you begin to know why she has this attachment to her sister. And it's because when they were very young, their mother just decided that she didn't want to be a mother anymore and just got up and left, just like that. And they found themselves alone with each other and with their father. But their father was like, he had some kind of issues. And as much as their father took care of them, they had to take care of their father. It was like a very symbiotic relationship between the three of them. So they had to grow up very fast, and they have to be very active in the things of the home. Like they have to clean, or they have to cook, and they have to do things because, they have to help their father because he needed it. And for me, this book is very special because of the way Catherine is. Well, it's funny because it's Catherine, when the mother was pregnant, she thought that she was expecting just one kid. And she thought the kid would be named Catherine. So when she found out she had twins, it was like she was kind of lazy and didn't want to think about a new name. She kind of split Catherine into two names, Kath and Ren. So, yeah. So the thing is that Kath... I enjoy her a lot. This character, it was very... I don't know how to say it. I mean, I love the relationship that she has with her father, the fear she has, everything that makes her human. For me, it was very appealing, very real, and it hit very close to home. Also, the relationship she has with her father, the way he interacts with her, the way he needs her, the way he's kind of broken. It all was very near to home with me. And maybe for the reason I enjoyed this book so much, because it was like, probably you know that when you read something that you feel close to, that you feel related to, it's more enjoyable. It's like when you write something that you have lived, or that you have felt, it feels more real to you. And that's what I felt in this book, in this situation with Kath and her father, and the way she has to behave and everything. Because the author doesn't say it, but she has agoraphobia. And I know about that. Maybe not so extreme as she has, because she's afraid of going to find where the dinner hall is. And she spends all her days eating alone in her room and being afraid to be found out. Maybe she's a bit extreme in that, but it was like you were reading about a real person. For me, I love all kind of books. I mean, I love vampires and I love werewolves and I love everything. But for me, this book was very refreshing because it was a book about real people, real situation. It was like going back to college and just being with these people and just living with them. I felt that way. That by the duration, during the duration of the book, I was there with them. I was living the day to day. I was living their fears. I was sharing everything they had to share. I felt like that, like it was some kind of, I had this window into their lives. So for me, it was a very, very, very enjoyable read because also I find it very human. It was the things they find themselves against or the situations they find themselves in are very real. It's a book about growing up. It's about living home, leaving your comfortable zone and just doing new things. It's about falling in love and finding your way. It was about, as I say, it's about growing up. Also, I find that the two sisters are they're identical because they are twins, but they are very different in the way they behave. When Gwen decides she wants to go about life in her own way, that leaves Kat feeling she's left behind, and she's very shy, so she kind of closes herself in her own world. She writes fan fiction, and it's like this is her world. She interacts with friends using the internet, but it's like she's living in a world inside the real world. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, her sister is just getting drunk and going on parties and just living like a real life. And it's very surprising to see these two sisters just going about life and just finding this way of dealing with the trauma that her mother left on them when she got up and left. So for me, it was a very revealing book about what the actions of a parent or the actions of a person can do to you, and how do you react, how do you deal, how do you live. It was very amazing. Also, it's a book about, as I say, about growing up and learning, because you find Kath doing things wrong or just committing errors. She found someone, she thinks she can trust that person, but that person just uses her. Or, there's this person that she doesn't expect anything from, but she ends up being her best friend. So things like that, it's like very real life. Also, I really, really enjoyed the way in which the book is written, because at the beginning of each chapter, you have this brief thing that can come from the official Simon books, or it can come from the fan fiction that Kat writes. And this section at the beginning of each chapter just kind of sets the mood for the following chapter. I mean, I don't know if Kat and her boyfriend fight, then there is this beginning about Simon fighting with someone else and reflecting that it amounts to nothing. It's like, it's like a little clue or a little something. It's kind of related, it's not casual that you have this fragment here. It kind of sets the mood or just closes the mood from the previous chapter. So it's very amazing. I haven't read anything by Rowell, but now I want to read more and more. In fact, I'm just going to begin reading Eleanor and Park, because I really, really want to get to read different stories written by this woman, because I found that I really like her way of writing, of expressing herself through the stories she tells. So I'm going to keep on reading her, so that's good, I guess. Also, I want to say that if you want to know more technical things about this book, here under my video I'm going to leave a link to my blog where you can check out things like how many pages the book has, the edition, this kind of things, synopsis, everything. And also, well, if you want to leave a comment, to share some point of view, to simply talk, just feel free to do it. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please feel very welcome to do it. So thank you, bye!